Hello, this is again Shirish talking about the reincarnation. In my last video, I mentioned about the reincarnation. In this one, I want to again address the similar issue. Couple of questions that may arise in your mind when we talk about reincarnation, as it is not something which is accepted by everybody. The question would be, how come we don't have the memory of our previous lives? The second question could be, how is that? What is the proof for it? And again, I think there are a number of ways that we can talk about this. I'm going to kind of give you a general idea about this reincarnation and why it really exists and why we can't remember about it. Number one is that reincarnation does not occur within a day or two, or not even within a year or so after the death. So it is a prolonged period of time during which there is no reincarnation of the soul or the life in a physical body which is new. Number two is, some people believe that it is literally hundreds of years before the reincarnation occurs, unless the attachments, the desires to come back to this physical world are extremely strong. Number three is that the memories that we have from this life or from the last life are not stored as a direct memories. For example, if I look at a book, I'm going to look at it as a book. If I look at a book which is, say, a scriptural book, for Indians it is Bhagavad Gita, or for Christians it is Bible, I'll remember as Bhagavad Gita or as a Bible during present life. If I look at a food item and I look at pizza, or if I look at an Indian item like samosa, then I will remember them as pizza or as samosa or as steak or hot dog. These memories are stored not as such, but they are stored in an abstract form. So the book would be stored as a scriptural book. A food item would be stored as maybe a meat product or something that you like, something that you dislike, something which is sweet, something which is spicy. So the abstract form is based on your liking or dislike. So the memories are stored in an astral brain, not exactly as they are apparent to the physical form. So again, we may have a tendencies in our future life to be reborn liking reading scriptures. So if you're born in a Christian religion, then we would be liking to read Bible. But if you're born as a Hindu, we may like to read several books, Patanjali Sutra Yoga, Bhagavad Gita, Upanishada, Yogas. There are various books. So the liking may be for reading the scriptural literature rather than reading a particular scripture. Same thing will happen with the food items or anything else. So our memories are stored as a abstract form, not as a direct form. Again, because if we would remember people for our brothers, sisters, father, mother, wife, husband, neighbors, then it would create tremendous amount of problems. So the memories for this relationship is somebody that we like, somebody that we hate, somebody that bothered us, somebody that loved us, somebody that hated us, somebody tortured us. So our memories for these kind of interrelationship is in an abstract form, not in a direct form as the biological relationships that occurs. So one may say, what is the proof or what is the circumstantial or direct evidence for reincarnation? Certainly, I cannot show you a person that remembers his last life and can tell you exactly where he lived, what happened to him, simply because he may be born after several years, not few years, but sometimes several hundred years, and things could have changed. So very few people who are born within a short time will have a memory or may have a memory of the place that they could actually show, or the relationship they had with living people if they are born within days or years after their demise. This is extremely rare. But look at what we see. We see a pair of parents who may have twins, or who may have two brothers or two sisters, or one brother, one sister. And their nature is absolutely different. If the genetic material that we derive from father and mother is about similar, not same, if we are siblings, or if we are twins, then the genetic material is completely identical. Completely identical. Almost completely identical. How come our behavior, our likings, our future is different? And the only answer that you can give is because it comes from previous lives' experiences. So even in a best examples of twin studies that have been done for medical purposes, whether they were done for schizophrenia, whether they were done for homosexuality, or whether they were done for high blood pressure, diabetes, they all do not match 100%. Just because one sibling or one of the twins has bipolar, the other person has a higher chance of being bipolar, but not 100%. Same thing holds true about homosexuality. Just because one of the twins has homosexual tendencies, the chance that the other twin will have it is only about 20%. So it is higher than what exists in general population, but certainly not anywhere close to 100%. And this has to come from our previous life's experiences. This has to come from our karmas. And this also holds true about whether somebody is a politician, whether somebody is a musician. Not all the children of a musician parents become musically talented. Not all the kids of a sportsman become significantly higher in sport achievement than the others. So this difference, which could be by chance, also comes from reincarnation, also comes from previous karmas. So just to summarize, our memories are in an abstract form, so we certainly can't remember exact food items, exact literature, exact person. The reincarnation occurs after several hundred years, so we cannot identify the place, time, person, as they don't exist as they were in our previous life. And lastly is that our genetic makeup, even though it is partly related to our parents, it is also expressed by our reincarnation. So if we are born to a musical parents, but we have absolutely no recollection, or we haven't done anything as an achievement as musician, we will not be musician. We do see prodigy, where 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 3-year-old can play piano like no one has seen. And this again is from the previous so-called abstract memories of learning music, achieving certain levels of music, and having an abstract memory about the music. There are several other factors that govern the possibility of our reincarnation occurring in a conducive family. And there are many other questions that arise when we talk about reincarnation. But for this, I hope you like it. And if you like it, please subscribe. Thank you. Have a nice day.